Welcome back to my channel once more. Thank you so much, and most welcome. Mm, at the end of the video, you can click like or you can subscribe by the end of the video. So I want to take you through the SIs so that you have to understand what is really about SIs and how you can prevent. I'm going to explain the transmissive ways, prevention, and as well as diagnosis. All right. Now, let me initially touch on the what's when we're talking about STI. What is it? People, most of the people that never try to explain about it, but I want to take you through it so that you have to understand what it's it. So now, let me um, open up with you like what's STIs, right? STIs is sexually transmitted infections, right? Now, this is really common, really, that most of the people they never try to address it. As a result, it's spreading viral and viral, and most of the people they're getting attacked by it. I know it's not the first time, like for some of the people, but to those who have raised knowledge, maybe this might be the chance that you have to understand most of the areas so that you have to know how you can take care of yourself. Right now, let me come to explain in detail about STIs. STIs they are contagious. They are transmitted via contacts. So I'm going to take you if we talk about like syphilis, gonorrhea, um, candidiasis, and and the and others. They're really affecting the group or the population at large, even as well. HIV and AIDS, all those ones that are really affecting the people. So some of the condition like once people maybe they're having sexual intercourse without using the condom, it means they can transmit the infections. When they're kissing one another, they can even transmit the infections if maybe there's some infected blood transfusion to the patient, or any person maybe in some cases whereby maybe a patient has lost a lot of blood, then this patient um, needs another blood from another person. So that type of blood is infected. This person can get, especially HIV. We are talking about HIV. That's the point where we're talking about. So it's really important that you have to understand what type of the blood you have to carry test, so they have to understand if the blood is safe to be given to the patient. They have to test different conditions, even hepatitis and many condition before they transfuse it to another person, or they transfer it to another person. So they maintain the health of the person. So there are some incidents whereby there's no any other option, whereby maybe there's no blood at the hospital, and at the same time you find that maybe there is no one who can donate apart from the person who has just committed to donate the blood. So the doctors they may feel and think to save the life of the patient or of the person by just giving the blood so that the person can stay alive. So they find that that type of the blood is infected, so the person can get the STI in many words. You understand now? So sometimes through the body fluids, uh, sometimes cervical fluids, through the saliva can be transmitted in that way. So I'm going to explain how you can prevent such conditions. So make sure that you are obtained from sexual contacts, because once you obtain, you are not getting contact with anybody. You are safe. You cannot have any problem. So now apart from that, you can also use condom if you feel like you are not you can manage to abstain. So this might help you to prevent the transmission. It's a barrier you cannot get contact with a person, but it's not 100%, right? So now, apart from that, we have also being faithful to one another, one pattern or one pattern. So you have, if you are already married or you're having your beloved one, you have to stick to one person rather than having multiple partners. For one, maybe one of them or three of them, you find maybe one has got, and you have, let me say, you have four partners. It means you're going to transmit the same disease to the other four of them as well. You see, so once you stick to one person, it means the transmission there is broken. So we can get protected in such ways. Mm, so these are some of the ways that you can protect yourself from getting STIs, and at the same time avoid um, get in contact with some of the fluids like physical fluids and the other fluids like saliva, which maybe it might be like kissing one another. So um, getting in contact with the blood, like as I earlier mentioned, like blood transfusion. So you have to make sure that the blood that you are transferring to the patient or to the person, it has to be HEP. It has not to be having some of the condition like it has not to have some of the condition like HIV, hepatitis, so that you break the transmission of some of the condition to another patient. So this is the best way that you can try to prevent such condition. However, if you are looking at HIV, once maybe a person is having the we are looking at the DNA whereby it's not finding the attachment of it. A person can live even for more than even a month, 4 months, 5 months, even maybe for the rest of their life. You can't recognize that they have got HIV and AIDS because the DNA they have, it has got no the spike it has no areas whereby this virus can attach itself, so that it has to start disturbing the DNA growth. So because what happened is like once the virus has a attack once has attacked the DNA, it's going to it has got the spikes that it attaches itself to DNA via the CD4 to CD8. So once it attaches itself there, it's going to disturb or to disturb the growth or multiplication of DNA. As a result, that's why we find that a person is changing the how he or she was looking in the past. It changes. You find that maybe the skin changes, completely different things. So you have to understand. So you don't have to look at the body of the person. You feel like this is a safe person, has got no any face, go and test it, so that you have to know the health status of yourself and also your partner, so that you don't have just to say a person is healthy. You have to know the health status of them, not just by imagining. All right, that's why that's one of the most important thing that you have to understand. So on prevention like gonorrhea, syphilis, and the other conditions apart from HIV, you can use tetracycline tablets on part of treatment. You can use uh, DCN, which is the doxycycline. So such tablets, they might help you to prevent, or even ciprofrin. Ciprofrin you can use to prevent the I mean to treat the HIV. I mean the STIs like syphilis, gonorrhea, and other conditions like candidiasis. But for HIV has no treatment because it's a virus, and you know a virus has no treatment. But what you have just to know to make sure is for you to not start getting in touch with other people who are having it, because what happens is once you meet with another person who is having it, the strength of the virus differs. So if you get the virus which it was failure to find itself in attaching um, to somewhere in your body, in the DNA, so that had to disturb the DNA, and you find that you go and get another one, then that one you find that it's going to hammer your DNA, and you find by that time you're going to disturb your body status, your health status. You understand? So you have to make sure that you are in line with the what is really safe to your health. Stay safe. Don't try to practice things that is going to put you in danger and try to get the STIs. So this might be one of the opportunity to some of those who don't have much knowledge about how STIs are. So you have to make sure that you get tested. The moment you see the signs and symptom, you have to make sure that you go, you test. By some of the signs, let me also just highlight maybe like having a full smell, having some of the sores in the genital areas, some of those things you have to understand and make sure that you visit the hospital, you get tested, like pain when you are urinating, dysuria when you are urinating, you are experiencing some pain, and when maybe you are urinating, you find maybe urine come and it stop at another time it comes again, like so frequent urination sometimes it might be also, but it depends. Sometimes maybe it can be due to too much drinking water. Once you take too much water, it means you be also urinating frequently. But that's not. It has not to be like just to means you go to urinate. Just to means you go to. It's not normal. It means sometimes also there are maybe some condition like I mean. Kidney problems. There might be some of such condition when a person is having such condition. Even when we are talking about antidiuretic hormone, maybe it might be not working properly because what happened, um, urine output might be zero point 0.5 to 0 to 1 um, mils per grams per hour. So you have to understand that you have to take care of yourself, stay safe, and even inform your friends so that they stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.